Hey y'all, Carolina Tony here. Today the road brings me to Manitou Springs and we are here at the cliff dwelling museum. These are actually cliff dwellings that you can get up close to and touch. First opened in the early 1900s, and we are here to explore, and we'll get started right after this station identification. This structure was a four-family, four-room home. The outer wall collapsed, causing the floor of the second story to collapse also.
The 40-room site was originally located near McElmo Canyon, which is in the southwest corner of Colorado, near Mesa Verde and Dolores. The process of relocating these cliff dwellings began in 1904 and was completed in 1907, when the preserve was opened to the public. Virginia McClure, the original founder of the Colorado Cliff Dwellers Association, hired William Crosby and the Manitou Cliff Dwellings Ruins Company to begin this process. Their company spent many months mapping out the dwellings in and around Mesa Verde and McElmo Canyon. Prior to the 1906 Iniquities Act, the federal government did not get involved with protecting these historic sites. Virginia McClure wanted to change this. She and Crosby's company therefore began a preservation project and acquired the rights to move a portion of the dwellings from McElmo Canyon to Phantom Canyon, later to be renamed Cliff Canyon. This circular pit was once a sacred kiva. It was used by the tribal men as a ceremonial chamber. In its day, this pit was covered with a roof made of cribbed timbers, which was covered with cedar strips and ultimately clay. The roof had a square-shaped entrance in its center. Men could enter using a ladder which crossed the sacred smoke coming from the fire pit. Note the small hole behind the fire pit. It is a sipa, a symbolic hole or passageway for the spirit of a person to enter and exit at birth or death. This structure is a beautiful illustration of the architectural peak reached by the Indians during the Great Pueblo period. It is thought this dwelling was built just shortly before the Great Drought, which struck the whole southwest area and brought the Great Pueblo period, 1100 to 1300 AD, to a final end. This is a three-family structure. The structure was a three-story, three-family dwelling looking more like a tower than a family apartment. It is believed that before the cliff dwellings were built in caves, the Indians were farming a society and living on the mesa tops and in the valleys. But due to ever-increasing raids by warlike nomadic Indians, the peaceful farming people began to abandon their mesa top homes for the safety of constructing homes in the caves.
This is a little more modern version. This oldest part of this pueblo was built in 1898. Native Americans occupied it until 1984. Constructed in the traditional manner of the Taos Pueblo Indians, a common feature is the low doorways. Here's a photograph of what it looked like in 1908, right shortly after it was rebuilt. It's a photograph of Chief Little Deer. He entertained the public here at the Cliff Dwellings in 1916 until his death in 1972. He was known and loved by thousands who visited the museum over the years to see the chief, a prince of a person who loved God and all his many friends. I am standing in the mesa top structure. So we have learned that all these stones were taken down and relocated here and rebuilt as the originals. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope you have learned as much as I have. If you have, be sure to give me a big old thumbs up. Be sure to share with your family and friends. But until next time, y'all have a good day.